Ladies and gentlemen, here is a prediction that I think the demonic Democrats will do next to help get Kamala elected. They're going to take Biden out, install her as a president before the election to help get her elected. And I wish this wasn't my prediction. Welcome back to the JP React channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers. And make no mistake, I hope what I'm saying in this video is absolutely not true. I hope it does not come true, yet unfortunately it is my prediction. So I will outline with you why I think they will install Kamala as president, why I think that will help her get elected, and I'll also share why I think nobody else is talking about this prediction that seems so obvious to me. But first, here's why I think it's the demonic Democrats' next move, where before they have the election, they take Biden out as president, insert Kamala as president, then there's the election, and why does that help her potentially win the election, or at least make the election look more believable that she won, if you catch my drift. Why they would need to do that? The media propaganda honeymoon phase of Kamala's running, she's loved, we all love her, right? That is over. It's been over a month now since she's been nominated through a process that did not involve any sort of nomination. The media did a nuclear blitz on America. Just all the Kamala propaganda. Here's why she's so great. She's amazing, isn't she? While scrubbing from the internet as much as they could all the past stuff about her. How the same media would say over the past 3 years, she is the least likable VP in history. Then those same media outlets are coming at you. She is great. She's beloved. She's the one to take down Donald Trump. So that honeymoon phase is over. And the demonic Democrats, they might be evil, but they're not stupid. They can see, damn it, the American people, or at least enough of them, didn't fall for that. She can't win this election. We see that now. So we need to do something. What's the ace up our sleeve? Here it is, the power of incumbency and instability. I think they want to use both to their advantage. So picture this. I would predict within a month and a half of the election, they'll do this move. Here's why. There's two reasons, incumbency and instability. The incumbency would be traditionally throughout presidential elections, the incumbent always has the power of incumbency. There's always an advantage to that. You saw, Bill Clinton gets elected in 2 consecutive terms. You see Obama gets elected in 2 consecutive terms. You see Trump wins the election in 2 consecutive terms. Only awarded the election win in one of them, by the way. The vast majority of the time, the incumbent wins. You have to go back to George Bush Sr. to find an incumbent who did not win. So there is the power in that. Like, cool, she's in office, she's the incumbent. Some people are influenced by that. It is a strategic advantage. As we're looking at this, I'm for none of this. But trying to think like the demonic Democrats, that would be a very sensible move. And in a second, I'll share how they would remove Biden. But first, take a look at this. If you're like me, you probably know your health is the most important asset you have. And also, if you're like me, you live a busy life and you don't have time to do 27 different things on a daily basis to take care of your health like you need to. But what if I told you there was a single thing you can do that takes care of multiple facets of your health all at one time? Like helping boost your metabolism, reduce stress, improve your detoxification, help you sleep better, and give you more energy. Well, that thing is here, and it's the Bond Charge Infrared Sauna Blanket. It's the easiest, most convenient, affordable way to get all the benefits of an infrared sauna from the comfort of your own home. I use the Bond Charge Infrared Sauna Blanket at least 3 times a week. It heats up super fast, it's easy to clean up and put away, so you don't have a bunch of space taken up your home with a big, blocky, expensive sauna system. Bond Charge makes it easy. They ship worldwide in rapid time, offering offer easy returns and exchanges, and the sauna blanket comes with a 12-month warranty. Also, all Bond Charge products are HSA, FSA eligible, offering you up to a 40% tax-free savings. So to help protect, preserve, and strengthen the most important asset you'll ever have, which is your health, get your Bond Charge infrared sauna blanket at bondcharge.com/JPReacts and use the discount code JPReacts to get 15% off everything Bond Charge offers. Now back to the video. Okay, we're back at it. So we've talked about the strategic advantage of incumbency. Now there's the bigger advantage of instability. Now picture this. The United States potentially having 3 different presidents over the span of 3 months. On paper, that looks very unstable, and it could be very possible. So let's just say beginning of September, Biden is our president. Let's just say by the end of September, Kamala is our president. Then let's just say a month and a week later, President Trump is elected as president. If you're not using your thinking mind, and many people do, and unfortunately many people don't, that could look unstable. Oh my gosh, we've had so much change. I just want a sense of certainty. I mean, Biden was taken out of office. That was very scary, a little unstable. Then Kamala's in office. We need to just keep her in office. We need some consistency. The instability scares me. Having a third president over the span of 3 months. I mean, just imagine the instability of how someone looks if they've been married to 3 different people over the span of 3 years, let alone married to 3 different people over the span of 3 months. There's just a quick judgment. Oh, that's unstable. I don't like that. So I think that instability factor would be a strategic advantage for the demonic Democrats, where they know a lot of people, if they're like kind of middle of the ground, they're not paying attention to politics, they don't know what's what, their votes could easily be swayed because they want to avoid instability and find a sense of stability through predictability and certainty. Now, keeping Kamala in office and voting her to win the election, of course, would create more instability by far, but it's just when you're not thinking, okay, I think we'll have a sense of stability if we just stick with this second president over the span of 3 months instead of having a third president in 3 months. So the power of incumbency and the power of instability and the human tendency to want to avoid it would really work for the demonic Democrats. And while I predict they will play this ace up their sleeve, I can 100% guarantee you this conversation has happened. How they took Biden out of the presidential race. It would be the 2.0 version of that. Now, then the next question is, how would they get Biden out of office? Spectrum of possibilities there, my friends. It ranges from cognitive to killing. Let's hear more. So it would be very easy for them to evoke the 25th Amendment on Biden. I mean, should have been done on day 1 of him being in office. And we saw they played the, he's mentally declined card, debating President Trump. Therefore, we have to withdraw him from being the president. They would just do more of that. And how they could set that up is like, okay, Biden's our president. Let's have him go out and give a speech or give a sit-down interview. We were not using teleprompters on this, Joe. You're just so good on your feet. Let's have all the cameras on you and, you just do the good work that you do. Biden comes across twice as bad as his horrible debate performance. That becomes the propaganda they want. Like, oh my gosh, America, this just in, we're so sorry. And we're really surprised ourselves, but we now have new evidence that you saw. All of America saw. We can't ignore it. We can't ignore that you saw it. We have to evoke the 25th Amendment. He is beyond reasonably doubt too cognitively declined to sit as president for even another month and a half. National security. Right, Mayorkas? Is that board still open? Okay, we care about national security. So they could easily play the cognitive decline card. And there's new stuff that the media is allowing to come out. I saw recently their show, the Biden family accepted $27 million from foreign entities so they could play the corruption card. I think the cognitive decline card is easier for them to play. It's just more straightforward, requires more immediate action. Then on the other end of the spectrum, from cognitive to corruption, you have killing. You can just kill them off. They don't care. These people don't have souls. They would be more than happy for him to die if it's strategically advantageous enough for them to get Kamala into office of president before the election. Not to mention Biden could drop dead. They could stop giving him his this'll barely keep you alive pills, and he actually might just drop dead of natural causes. There could also be here's a little powder for his food. We just need you to put that in. It's a nutritional supplement. By the way, he might fall over, so steer clear. They know they can't win a free and fair election with Kamala. They know they can't win a free and fair election with anybody on their side. They've been playing very dirty. And my friends, these are dirty people who are willing to play as dirty as it takes because they are in a very desperate state. I mean, Trump's popularity has had them desperate. I mean, there's new indictment against Trump. That's how desperate they are. Then let alone when you have the power of RFK Jr.'s endorsement of President Trump, then added extra power of Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk. These people in the shadows of the deep state are more desperate than ever. They'll stop at nothing. This has been an ace up their sleeve, and I do believe it will be played. Certainly by the end of September, and I think by mid-September. Now, here's my question. As freaking obvious as this seems to me, why isn't anybody else making this prediction? And maybe some are. I haven't seen much of it. But at the very least, why aren't more people making this prediction? Here's my answer. I think they've fallen for distraction. I fall for distraction at times on the little nuances that they get us riled up about. Like, look at Kamala. She won't do any kind of interview with the press. She only does these little scripted things. She still comes across terribly. Look at her. She won't do, look at she's now recommending that we build a southern border. What the hypocrisy of that? How stupid is she stealing Trump's policy on no tax on tips? What an idiot. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Insert monkeypox. Distraction. Tim Walt. Tampon Tim. Okay. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Now, I think it's important to pay attention to the little picture nuances going on. We want to pay some attention to that. But if we don't zoom out, we realize those nuances, they don't inform us, they are distracting us. So I think people on Team Freedom, why more folks aren't talking about this, is they've fallen for the distraction. What do we do about this? I think there's a few things to do about it. One, if this idea resonates with you, I don't want to program you to think just what I think and just what I predict, but if it resonates with you and you're like, yeah, that, my critical thinking, okay, JP, good points. I don't like that point. I like this one, but you know what? Yeah, my critical thinking mind says that makes sense to me. I kind of think they'll do that too. So if that's the case with you, talk about it. Put it online. Talk about it with your friends, because the more demonic Democrats see freedom-loving people talking about it, predicting that they will do this, the more that move is a little bit taken off the table. And while I don't think they will actually take it off the table, the more we talk about what they will do before they do it, the more it discredits it, the more it wakes people up so they don't fall for it. And then, of course, another thing to do is vote with your conscience. If you're a supporter of President Trump, if he makes sense as the best candidate, of course, that's something we want to do. That makes a difference. And I've seen people estimate that election interference possibilities, not that that ever has happened or ever could happen. I mean, I feel dirty for even suggesting that something in reality could happen. But I've heard the predictions that they can only cheat the election by 5 or 6%. So winning by a landslide is absolutely an important thing to do. We need to keep having our voices, voicing our voices, because God gave us a voice for a reason. And I think it's to express our own critical thinking to help better and wake up the world around us. And we need to keep allowing truth to conquer anything that is not exquisitely aligned with truth. This prediction is what has me worried the most. Before the election happens, will they take Biden out of office, insert Kamala as president so that they have a strategic advantage over the November election where she has the power of incumbency and the power of fear of instability. Stay tuned to find out, but this is just my prediction. P.S. Dear God, please let me be wrong.